Bell Time by Sophie Tuvey, Chapter 4. I think he sounds majorly uptight, my sister Katie pronounces as we scour through the sale rack on Saturday morning. That's an understatement. I sweep aside boring white tops, and then I find it, a bright yellow shirt with pineapple print. And this is the opposite. I hold it up in front of my t-shirt. What say you? It's definitely on the zany side, Katie rolls her eyes. But you're an English teacher, you can get away with it. As long as I wear a silk scarf, I add, mentally noting to check the accessories section. I can't believe the head blanked you like that, she says. It's sweet the way she always fights my corner. You should call him out on it. I did try. I shrug. Just makes me so angry that he's being paid some super salary to be a super executive what's-it, and yet I've never seen him actually do anything good. I wish I had more money. Katie gives her usual moan as we queue for the checkout. This is your final year. You will earn more money than me in a depressingly short amount of time. Well, I've had to suffer a lot of indignities with farm animals to get this far. I consider Katie being a fully qualified vet. I hope she finds a job nearby. I don't know how Dad would take it if she moved across the country somewhere. Don't you ever think about finding a job that pays better? She asks suddenly. I frown. Money isn't everything. No, but it helps. When are you going to move out of that horrible flat? When I've saved enough. You could save more if you live with Dad, so that's not an argument. Katie eyes me for my reaction. I give her an I don't want to talk about it look. I honestly couldn't bring myself to live in your flat even if someone paid me. Then it's a good thing it's me and not you. She's going back to uni tomorrow and gives me a tight hug at the bus stop. Please, go and see Dad, or at least call him, she says, with her best puppy expression. She knows I can't resist it. I'll try, I promise with a sigh. When I get off the bus and face the immediate heat, salt and swell in the air outside the chip shop, I plough on and up the steps to my one-bed flat next door. Been shopping, eh? Sam, the serial smoker, offers his redundant comment in my wake. Yeah, I call back over my shoulder. Inside, the flat reminds me of Katie's student accommodation, wannabe shabby chic that's just shabby. I chose some patterned baby blue curtains and matching cushion covers, but the grime of decades without proper cleaning gives everything a mangy, yellowed hue. Every surface has a sticky residue I can't get rid of. The stainless steel extractor in the kitchen is anything but stainless. I can see the drips of fat and grease clinging to the underside of the hood. One day I'll set the time aside to properly clean with bleach, boiling water, liquid nitrogen. It's fine. It's functional. Sam, get your ass back in here. I can hear Jerry's dulcet tones through the wall as if it were made of tissue paper. At least it's quiet in the mornings. As I get ready for work on Monday, I'm ready to start a new week. Pineapple shirt? Check. Obligatory black silk scarf? Check. I hesitate between black trousers, safe but boring, and a slightly edgy black pinafore dress. I choose the dress. I even find some pineapple earrings to complete the look. Perfect. Just before I leave, I remember to scrawl a note to myself on the fridge. Call Dad. I get into the staff room and head straight for the kitchen. Typical. Michael's in there. He's manoeuvring some gigantic coffee machine. Hi, I say, finding a space to make my tea and awkwardly trying to get past him when I need the milk. He's distracted by the machine, finally notices that he's in the way, and then moves to one side. What the? He says, staring straight at me in horror. What's wrong? I look over my shoulder, expecting to see some huge spider on the wall. Nothing, I just wasn't expecting to see something that neon. He nods towards my shirt with a wince. At this time on a Monday morning? I shut the fridge door a little harder than necessary. Just trying to bring a little sunshine into your grey and dreary business-suited life. I pick up my cup and sail off dramatically. Grey and dreary? Good. Sounds intellectual. Business-suited life? Not so much. Oh well. So, on the agenda for this week, Jeff opens the department meeting, frowning at an Excel spreadsheet with tiny size 8 font writing. Raising standards. What is that? Judy pokes at the sheet playfully. The head wants us to follow a standard agenda now for our meetings. The head needs to use a larger font, I chip in, and Judy starts giggling. Why is the only thing they care about numbers? Liz says. We're teachers, not statisticians. Well, I'd like to raise something, Michael says. Something about the glint in his eye makes me lower my mug. I taught the mentor group for the first time the other day. I have to say, it seems a waste of resources having a class with only 7 students. None of them seem to have any likelihood of passing. If we're going to have such a focused class, we could at least make it for the key marginals. No one speaks. I think I should probably count to 10 before I say anything, but I don't make it past 3. What? The mentor group isn't about getting good grades. It's about helping those students find a safe place in an overwhelming environment. I get that they have needs, Michael says. I mean, one kid couldn't even spell his name right. Connor. We say his name at the same time. We're not going to make any timetabling changes now, Jeff intervenes hastily. It would give Natalie a heart attack. Natalie lives in one of the secret corridors of the school and spends her time creating the timetable or sorting out exam papers. Now, the head wants to audit the department as he prepares to start the recruitment process for a new HOD, Jeff continues. Liz, he wants all the Key Stage 3 schemes of work submitted to him by Friday. On Friday, he will also give us a list of Year 11 key pupils, and he wants us to give their books in for scrutiny. Wait a minute. Liz starts pulling faces and holding up one hand. All the Key Stage 3 schemes of work? And books? We've only just started the term. Presumably the schemes of work are all in place. You just need to collect the information together for David to look over. Michael says this deadpan, but I know what he's doing. Liz starts ranting at Jeff, while Judy and I exchange glances. Michael starts making notes in that infuriating planner of his. Then the door opens and David Clark himself walks in. Liz falls immediately silent. Jeff looks nervous. Michael looks smug. Just thought I'd pop in, David says, his voice smooth as always. Please, do continue. The silence rings. I look on the table for inspiration and I see a promo pack from the nearest theatre. I clear my throat. We were just discussing running a potential trip. I pick up the leaflet, hoping it's something vaguely respectable and not kinky boots. Oh, what's the play? David asks mildly. I scan the listings. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang? Agatha Christie? 60s Night? Oh, let there be something. Blood Brothers, Michael answers. I look down and see that he's right. How did he know that? It's on the syllabus, Judy chimes in helpfully. Who are you thinking of taking? David asks. My mentor group, I say, as if it's obvious. Michael's eyes narrow. I can drive the minibus, keep costs low. We can share the driving. Michael gives me a hard stare. We? Excellent, David says. Cultural enrichment, learning outside the classroom, just what we need. The bell rings for registration, and the meeting is over.